we have a problem. Elund Karth refuses to send any troops to assist Melsenshir. The old fool never would listen to reason. A weapon is only as strong as the one that wields it, and a general is only as powerful as the army she leads. We need to convince Karth to lend us his aid. You can find him in the upper city, looking over the strait at Melsenshir. The fool might as well be condemning the city. The man is not a warrior by nature. He cannot abide another risk for this city. But he's an idiot if he thinks we will get another opportunity such as this. They're in the city, but they can't join us unless Elund Karth grants his blessing for them to go with us. Agarth has gone to reason with him. He was a fine fighter, as I recall, but I do not know if his diplomacy is as practiced. The liberation of Melsenshir is close. Hurry! The liberation of Melsenshir is close. Hurry!
This damn city's got too many rules and courtesies. And I just wish they all wore their ranks on their chests. I've seen things in Cluracon. Things all the drink in the world can't wash from my eyes. The burn's for army use, not civilians.
You look capable. Stern in the brow, proud of bearing. You are just what we need to deliver these notices. You'll do it, won't you? You've got to do better than the last fellow. There's pay. It's for the war effort. Went and broke his little leg. Oh, Lunala's tears. Hasn't a notion of how important our work is. No sense of the bigger picture. I'm the chief of recruitment, and don't think I've got time to go around handing out notices. Those notices are only the beginning. We're in Rathir. This is the war effort. How do you think we get a steady flow of soldiers into Cluracon? You've got to be organized, and everyone's got to pitch in. Notices of duty to denizens of Rathir selected to serve. The work can be hard, and you've got to, well, look the part. I'll give you a list of names, and you get each of them to accept their card. Easy as that. Well, what do you say? Will you do it? What I need are boots on the ground in Cluracon. I shouldn't say this, but if anyone can't or won't accept the notice, find someone else. Or make them. Whatever you need to do. Take these cards, deliver them to Rathir Westnon, Maewyn Wyvern Gif, Afendel, and Varen Seawine. Almain? Odd. All can be found in Rathir, and I can be found in the officers' hall on the burn when you're finished. You can't fight a war without soldiers. True, we contract the Warsworn and volunteers arrive daily, but it's not always enough. Citizens of Rathir are selected on... well, the process is secret. Even I don't know how. They're selected, a notice is sent, and they serve. The names are Rathir Westnon, Maewyn Wyvern Gif, Afendel, and Varen Seawine. They're all in Rathir. Now, be on your way. Have you delivered those notices yet? No?
The army keeps lording the burn. Wouldn't want to be caught cutting purses there.
Every morning, fresh
Move along,
soldiers
citizen.
board warships on the burn. Every night, the dead and wounded are carried from the ships.
In search of a game of hexes? You at Kest, in the lower tunnels.
So the army keeps lowering the burn. Wouldn't want to be caught.
Students of magic, masters of spells.
Fish fresh from the morning catch, spices from across the raging seas. Fish fresh from the Those Veroni want to swindle me. I can't charge 5 gold a hand for this.
So many of our young men and women lost to this war.
Only warships dock at the burn. All others must go to the quays.
Every serious student shops at Leogriff's. A pleasure, I assure you. I've been supplying scholars and students alike for many a year. Those rare and potent marvels unavailable within their compound, I am happy to supply. Magic's mistress and goddess of fate, which is not but magic's deepest weave, after all. Lyria's city. Magic runs through its veins, echoes in its courts and byways, and I do my modest part. To be honest, I never actually passed the initiation trials. An oversight, I assure you. Arrogant fools. So long. Curios, talismans, items of power.
Welsh maize is just too expensive. So many of our young men and...
Are you new to Rathir? Are you here for the Scholia Arcana as well? My brother is. Are you a mage? I bet you're not more powerful than he is. Oh, Varen's a silly old dof. He's always at the sea foam, and I've never once seen him study since he came here. I've seen one of the waitresses giving him the eye, too, though he pretends he doesn't see when I'm around. I don't even know where to start. There's so much to tell. The Pradairi, of course, where all the shops and stores are. And the quays and the burn, and the upper city, where my brother's school is, and also the temple and those marvelous gardens. Some merchants sell pails of fish or bolts of cloth, but Leogriff has all kinds of pretty things, and Gwalchmey has anything and everything. I spent 3 whole days in the bookstore, and then I smelled every herb and powder at Rawani's. Pride of Pradairi's got boring old weapons and armor. Surely you've heard of it, full of stuffy old mages and strange books, and the rooms Varen wouldn't let me go in. Just think what might be there. The northern piers are called the Quays, where merchant ships dock for trade. It's safer there, sheltered by Bracken Bay, and farther from Cluracon. Only warships dock at the burn, and it's all soldiers there. What with the officers' hall, though the healer's there too. The tavern by the Quays. You'll find as many Varani sailors there as full Rathiri, and my lazy bones of a brother, too. That's where the poor in the city live. A bit of it's overground, but the rest's in the lower tunnels. It's true, they live in caves. Oh, if you haven't been, you must go. The Scholia Arcana's there, of course, and the great houses. But the best part's the lunar gardens. It's always nighttime in the gardens, and so peaceful. You pass through there to the temple, which is also enchanting. The priestess is a fate weaver. Goodbye, then.
The last warship
Is there
sailed
anything
yesterday.
that can't be
Trumpets
found here?
blazing, all the
The last warship sailed
Just
yesterday.
look at it all.
Trumpets blazing, and all those soldiers on deck. So many of our young men and women lost to this war.
Lyria, light your way. The last warship sailed yesterday.
So many of our young men and women.
Please, find Selny. Tell her we betrayed. The lower tunnels. Go. Tell Selny. No one else. Betrayed.
Another Varani.
Just look at it all.
Curios, talismans, items of power.
A pleasant evening.
All who love Lyria should seek the Orison at the temple. It's like nothing else I've known. The last warship sailed yesterday. Trumpets blazing and all those soldiers.
Welcome to Rathir, outsider.
Oh, this damn city's got too many rules and courtesies, and I just wish they all wore their ranks on their chests.
Last Tuatha I fought summoned a damn Niskaru. The ships are all moored up until Elund Karth says otherwise. The ships are... We aren't visiting Melsen Shear anytime soon, traveler. Greetings.
This is Pluricon we're talking about, not your grandman's henhouse.
That officer there's been giving me the eye.
What can I get?
The war stories I've heard tell in here.
Oh, the war stories I've heard tell in here.
You there, my lovely. I like the look of you. I have gold to slip in your purse in return for a small favor. Me? You wish to know about me? I'm flattered, but I prefer to keep my cards close to my chest. The sea wreathes her. Old stone lifts her high. Gold and magic pulse through her veins. In the city of Rathir, a soft whisper in a dark corner unlocks many doors. Oh, now, don't sound so suspicious. I need some help in a matter of business. Tell me, do you know the merchant Gwalchmay? I am trying to strike a deal with that willful man, and I think I have found just the thing. Only, I cannot be the one to do it. The man who owns the goods store in the Pryderi. He's got his thumb on nearly all the trade in this city. I can't sell anything without his good word, it seems. I have already tried to negotiate with him. He proved hard, stubborn, and unpliable. We could not reach a deal. I was hoping a new face and a new approach might cause him to let down his guard, become reasonable. How very astute of you. Now, Gwalchmay, I have learned, has a weakness for rare wines. This right here happens to be a bottle of Maybrin, his favorite. I wish we had more than just the one. A pity. Here's the contract for him to sign. The better a deal you strike, the sweeter I will make your reward. If I were to approach him, he'd dig his heels in. But a fresh face such as yours, bearing a bottle of his favorite wine? It might just work. More than the bottle I gave you? Very good. If you can use that to strike a better deal, I will see you paid more than it's worth. In his goods store, in the Pryderi, the market. It's near the center of town. Get him drunk on Maybrin wine, and he should be magnanimous with the contract. Be good, my lovely, and I'll be good to you. When you've got the old dog drunk, then press him with the contract. So long.
This damn city's got too many rules and courtesies, and I just... wish they all wore their ranks on their chests.
I've seen things in Cluricon. Things all the drink in them.
I've seen things in Cluricon. Things all the drink in the world can't wash from my eyes. A few days, and I'll be headed back.
You're not army. What are you doing here? Of course, most of it's in Cluricon, where the damned war is. We're here on leave. Bloody war hero, haven't you heard? And besides, he's right there. You can speak with him yourself. Just another soldier on leave, and I don't like questions. Now bugger off. We call it a war, but it's more a dying man's truce. We crouch in Melsen Sheer, and they lurk in Cursewood, and shoot arrows at each other.
Please, I'm only a soldier back from Cluricon. Don't kneel, and I'm afraid I don't do blessings. As you know, until the siege ends, it's a lot of sitting around and brief skirmishes. Can't wait for a real fight. I tell you, we need a place like this in Cluricon. Sure, there are places to drink and gamble, but nothing with class. Believe me, I've seen worse off in Cluricon. This part of the officers' hall's my domain. I pass fresh recruits before we send them off, and treat them when they return. The ones from Cluricon are the worst. Missing or rotting limbs, the pox, that sort of thing. There's no disease or curse or superating wound I haven't seen 1,000 times in Cluricon, so don't be shy, and try not to whine. Have you been? Oh, foul land. Rank as a cruddock's breath, and bleak as the northern sea. And that's without the damned Tuatha. All right, then.
I've seen things in Cluricon. Things all the drink in the world can't wash from my eyes. This damn city's got too many rules and courtesies, and I just wish they'd all wore their ranks on their chests.
I see them coming in, the fresh recruits. Poor sods have no idea what they're in for. I've seen things. In Cluricon. Things all the drink in the world can't wash from my eyes.
stones for army use, not civilian.
This is the City Watch. Do you have a crime to report? Or any other matter? Think of the Watch as the right hand of the Orbicont. We keep the prison, keep the peace amongst the people. To be honest, crimes in Rathir are uncommon, outside the lower tunnels at any rate. An occasional drunken brawl among Varani, disputes between merchants, that is all. My rank is First of the Watch, and I report directly to Captain Talabor. The Wending, where the poor live, extends into tunnels carved in the rock. Crimes there are hard to police, and the tunnels run deep. Thieves and the like will vanish there, and re-emerge when we are gone. The council which governs Rathir. No one knows who is on the council, though you may see their palace atop the spire. They are cloaked in robes and shadows, but do not concern yourself with that. Good. Crimes? Suspicions? Conspiracies? Good then.
My good lady. Welcome to the City Watch. I'm its captain. Now, how can I help you? Has something been lost or stolen? A relative to visit in prison? We see that order is kept and law-breaking does not pass unnoticed. If I may say so, we are very good. You will find no crime on the streets of our city, I assure you. Our prison is here within the Watch. All but the worst criminals serve their sentence there. Not a pleasant prospect. A grand and venerable city, is it not? Like none other. So many marvels, such great citizens. Happy to be of service.
This is the City Watch.
City Watch, be on your way. Can't be trusted, even in the cage, apparently.
Well, you're no guard. Here to let me out, is that it? That's a jest, mind you. Even if I could slip out of here, the damn watch would have me back before you could count 12. I'd swear the stone spy for them. What am I here for, you mean? Would you believe I disgraced the great house's daughter? Didn't think you would. I had a right good swindle going with some wending lads. But are they locked up? No. Bloody Alpha double standard. Whenever they do let me loose, I don't fancy I'll stay longer than a whore's wink. Anywhere else in Amalur, that's where I'd rather be. Let's just say if you carried 100 crates from ship to vault, no one's none the wiser if one or two things go missing from every haul. Go then.
Can't be trusted, even in the cage, apparently.
The army keeps Lord in the burn. Wouldn't want to be caught cutting purse. The army keeps Lord in the burn. Wouldn't want to be caught cutting purse. Is there?
Stop there. This is the prison. State your business here. We are the City Watch, and this is our home. You are a guest. Conduct yourself as one. You don't want to end up in there, believe me. What's worse, though, is resisting arrest. I don't advise it. Do not think us a people given to folly or crime. But in a city so large as this, there must always be exceptions to the rule. The main hall is that way. Mind your step. Welcome to Rathir, outsider.
Move along. The army keeps lowering the burn. Wouldn't want to be caught cutting purses there. The watch sees all in Rathir.
The army keeps Lord in the burn. Wouldn't want to be caught cutting.
Got me, sure, but they don't got the gold like that. It was the City Watch or a swim in Bracken Bay. I'm no fool. I chose this.
I didn't do it honest. I had my hand in the dead man's pocket, but that doesn't mean I killed him. I don't see what I did wrong. I just stuck my knife in him. became mate. There's a switch here somewhere. Pull it, and we're all free.
Hey, mate. There's a switch here somewhere. Pull it, and we're all free. It was the City Watch or a swim in Bracken Bay. I'm no fool. I chose this.
The Watch sees all in Rathir.
Halt!
Citizen.
Students of magic, masters of spells.
Oh, there's no use. I've lost the keys. Now Gwalch may'll have my head if I can't think up something fast. Say, you're not good with locks, are you? Would you help a poor fellow who's down on his luck? Oh, the things they say about that Lanshi. That she talked a Jotun out of his own hammer once. And another time sold some Varani fool his own silk for twice as much, after cutting it to ribbons and winding it on spools. Well, he's a good enough master all in all. Sees to it I earn every coin of my wages, though. No standing about, not in his shop. With all these people walking around, you'd figure someone would help me after I lost my keys. Me, Gwalchme calls me lad whenever he wants me, and the others call me hardly anything at all. Just fetch this and lift that. Yes, as in, no need for keys. Ace with a lockpick. Gwalchme wants an old red ledger from the storeroom in the customs house. Oh, I'm afraid they're lost for good. Now, I might have dropped them here, or at Kest's table the other night. But it's just as likely I dropped them in Bracken Bay after I'd had an ale or three at the Seafoam. The chest it's in, that is, yes. Although I don't know which one it is. But it's down there, somewhere. Oh, now don't worry, nothing in the storeroom's seen the light of day in years. No one will mind if you pick a few locks before you find it. Gets these ideas into his head. Needs this old thing, needs that new thing. This time it's shard prices by the decade. Something to do with a deal he is or isn't striking with that Karasta trader. The Chamber of Trade's on the way to the Keys, and the storeroom's off one of the wings. Just pick any lock down there till you find the old ledger. Chamber of Trade basement. Just head toward the Keys. Oh, and have these. That should help. You find that old ledger, you be a good sort, bring it right to me, aye?
In search of a game of hexes. You want Kest in the lower tunnels.
Curios, talismans, items of power.
The army keeps Lord in the burn. Wouldn't want to be caught.
That man Nur says Lyria's no goddess of ours. Well, And if he's wrong, why is the temple all the way up spire top? Keep away from that daft mage. Turn you to a toad so much as look at him wrong.
You're looking for, you'll find Kest by the tunnel entrance, off to the side, dealing rounds of hexes. Orphans and rag pickers, that's what the sparrows are. They bed somewhere deep down in the tunnels. Lyria knows where.
Welcome to the Wending, mate. I'm sorry it's come to that, but here we are, eh? Rathir. Some say it runs near as deep as it runs high. What I do know is the spire top's full of light and magic and wealth. Down here, shadows and rags and one daft old mage named Faldron Afari. Oh, him? No one knows his real name. Got that name from the way he talks. Some say he was next to the Archsage once, up spire top, and a spell went wrong, or his lover fell to her death. Whatever it was, broke him it did. Where you go when you can't find gold for a Praderi garret or a bunk in the Keys, nor get work in a servant's quarters up in some great house. If you're able, you sleep in a ramshackle house. If you can't, you sleep in the tunnels among the mice and candles and rags. Make no mistake, for the likes of me, it's warm and welcome. Gelfine buys and sells what you please. Kest deals the cards, sparrows come and go. And the watch come through seldom to never, which is how we like it. What's this, eh? Time to serve? Well, I always knew it might come. Not sure what they want with a poor Runir Western like me, but I'll go. I'll go. So it's off to the war with me? I have never in my life left Rathir. Well, it's nice to see you again. Have you drudged up any cloth to sell me? That's good. Here's some gold for your trouble. Pleasant journeys.